Berkeley told us that he did not want an evening party. And we would never ever do something that Berkeley didn't want. So instead we had a thank you party. And that's what we're here to do today. We're here to thank Berkeley for a lifetime contribution. Berkeley's actually been here longer than most of us have been alive, and that includes me. I'm getting a bit older now, so I feel a bit. And I think that's a good testament. It's been a pleasure working with Berkeley. It's really upsetting. When Berkeley came to see me over the Christmas holidays to inform me of his intentions of leaving, I can't repeat what I said because there's young people here, so I can't swear, but I was absolutely gutted. And I still am gutted, I'm still in denial, I'm still hoping that in a couple of weeks' time Berkeley will still be walking around, and actually with Berkeley that played the joke on all of us, but I'm really truly upset. I think the fact that so many people have come, some people that he's been working with for years, young people that have now come back in return, is a true testament of what a good youth worker is. Berkeley is here every day from 8 o'clock in the morning, he's the last one to leave. We're renting drinks that the secret room upstairs has got a bed in it because we think he sleeps there. We're actually going to get the key before we leave, so we are going to check it. You pass by here on the weekend, Berkeley's here. You see Berkeley always wandering around with his hat around the building, around the community doing something, and it's a true testament. It's been a privilege to work alongside someone like Berkeley, and he's really set a standard high for young youth workers like myself and Mark and William to actually aspire to. And I don't think no matter how hard we try, we're going to get a fraction of what Berkeley can achieve, but we are going to try. I'm going to hand over to his partner, Victoria, his partner in crime for the last 17 years.
Well, Ray Berkeley is a amazing man. He's fantastic. Every many years I was with Berkeley, he was brilliant at working with me. And he's the best in the entire London. Can I tell you with him why, right? This is a top man I ever met, and he's the best mate I've ever had. And he had a tonic relationship between all of us here, but including me, because I've known Berkeley for 100 million years. And I don't know why, because I love him. And I want some one more word with him. Please, come, please, if you don't mind. I really love my best man.
I just want to remind Berkeley of when I was 14 and he banned me from his very youth club. But should we talk about that another time? Okay. Can I hand you over now to Pastor Liz, he's going to come over and give a speech. Are you feeling pressure?
I just want to say something. 10 years ago, 11 years ago, we started working together on something that affected all of us. And it was because we saw some young people that had been killed in our bar. And you and me had a chat about it. And it felt as if these were your own kids. And we didn't know it would eventually get to affect you. And the deal was this. You know, I moved across the road and all I wanted to do was just see that our kids were kept safe. Little did I know that you'd been around 20 years before I showed up. And you've been working on that same issue. We're here to celebrate you. Because really, you know, you're an unsung hero in the bar. You know, we were just chatting over there and we said, if ever there was going to be a name for this center, maybe they should call it the Berkeley Youth Community Center. You know, because nobody I know of in this bar has invested in young people like you. Folks have come and gone, but you stayed in, and you've not been tainted politically. What I mean by that is, even though politics has its beauty spots, it also has its ugly spots. But you have refused to get yourself politicized. You have focused on one thing alone, young people. And, you know, the testament of that is, you know, we've got Councillor Sheila Peaker, who was around, I don't know where she is right now, but she just stepped out, who also, for her to be here, is, you know, an indication of the leadership that you've demonstrated in our community. I don't think you've finished your work. I think you just are taking a break. Yes. And I think that you're going to come back in a different form of shape. Your gray beard is just the only old thing about you. But you still got a lot of energy. You still got a lot in your head about what needs to be done about young people. So I really want to say this, that it's just another beginning. It's the end of the past and the beginning of the future. And so we're going to work with that, and let's see what we can do for our young people in this bar, okay? I have a very important dinner tonight, so I'm not going to be sticking it out, but I want to salute you, and that's why I just rushed in to say, well done, we're on your side, and we're not going to let you go, so don't think about it.
True legacy, where you can actually be a youth worker and then call somebody else up that you've been working, that you worked with 20 years ago, and actually is now a success and wants to come back and say thank you. And that person is Rania.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Berkeley, for all you've done for me. Berkeley's known me since I was 9 years old, and it's like a surrogate father at times, you know, keeping us off the streets, teaching us social skills, and a part of my life was when we was together quite a lot, was with the Still Band as well, where we started up Eclipse Still Orchestra, yeah, me and my sister, like making sure we got home, but at the same time, I began to, you know, watch what he did and aspires to be the person I am today because of him. The qualities that he has as a youth worker is phenomenal. You know, at the moment, I'm a Connections Personal Advisor, and I do a lot of targeted work with young people. And a lot of the styles and ways I actually work come from Berkeley, who is really inspired me to be right today. I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart, and that's from everybody, my sister and Mark and everybody that we've worked with since we were very young. And we're really, really happy that you know, I know you're retiring, well not retiring, so you're leaving, but you're moving on to better things now as well for yourself. But you know, it's kind of difficult because you know you feel like you're the first at crime, but I know he'll still be around, and I'm definitely going to, you know, stay in touch. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for what you've done, and it's made me the person I am today, which is supporting young people, trying to change and make a difference to young people that are disadvantaged. Thank you again, Joseph.
Meetings, like what you guys got there. And then one day he came with this, he had this iPhone case and he was doing all that bit. And we were like, he's got an iPhone! We were all staring, like, what's going on? And it wasn't an iPhone, it was just an iPhone case. So it was he's still there if he wanted to show you. Like, oh wow, he had us going. He had us going for a little while. I'm sure that the next person that I'm going to invite to the stage, and by the way, I had to say no to some people that wanted to do a speech, because otherwise I would have been here until tomorrow morning, so it was really difficult. But the next person I know has got loads of stories, and that is his colleague, Akina Controller.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Our first met Berkeley was about 12 years ago. I was a mentor at Baltimore School. There was a job going in the service, and essentially, you got to go and see this guy about this job and he'll explain it to you. Came to Bristol. And Berkeley looked at me and said, why are you here? I said, the head of service at the time said, could you go, could I come and see you? And Berkeley went, oh, okay, about the job. What you do is, come at 6 o'clock in the evening, meet the young people. That's not the job. I was meant to be a privilege of school leader. And the job starts from 9 in the morning. It's 6 at night. So why am I here at 6? I came in here, there was a photocopy in the back, and people were playing with my around. This is not the job. It was working with young people that are looking for training and employment. So that was my start as a youth worker. In RC, for the past 3 years, Berkeley has been the so-called quiet one, when everyone else is kicking off at the corner, and Berkeley goes in down the middle corner, peaceful, and doesn't say nothing. And that's one of the good things about Berkeley, and that's one of the things I would like to pick up from Berkeley, because I fly out the handle very quickly, and Berkeley is always the one campus having everyone down. I'm going to say sad to see you go. But I know I'm so, like I said, your house, lunch times, every day I'm there. There's some of our colleagues that couldn't be here today that I would love to say, it's been a pleasure working with you. They're saying thank you very much for all the times we spent, the jokes, the laughs, and the arguments. We will definitely miss your love. And from all the young people, to say, you're the only person that can do it today, so no one else can say.
It's a serious thing.
So, Berkeley, see you soon.
Okay, we're just sitting here now and we're trying to under Berkeley's wing and grow to be an amazing youth worker. And in such a, it was kind of like a Midas touch. And he's got 2 people that he's working under him and that he's turned and transformed into people that get paid a salary, to actually youth workers that are passionate, that are here extra hours, that are running around the community, and he's left a legacy for young people of Tottenham and for Harringay to now have a new generation of youth workers that have been trained, not in colleges, not in universities, but by Berkeley. So can I please call on stage Mark Cullen and William Lee.
Okay, I'm not brilliant at public speeches, I get quite nervous and whatnot, so I'm just going to say a few words about what Berkeley means to me. But first I'd like to say that I'm very upset with Pastor Nims for stealing my line about making this the Berkeley Gardens. Alright, I've been working under Berkeley for about 3 years now, and the 3 years I've been working with him, I've learned more about youth work than I could under any course or qualification out there. The man is a true legend in the field of youth work. He is the youth work, or Michael Jordan is the basketball, or Vibes Cartel is the basketball. As most of you know, it's been Berkeley's base and it's been his home for the last however many years. I'm surprised his wife even knows what he looks like, to be honest. I walk past here on a Sunday, he's here. But you go to Wood Green, you go to Muswell Hill, you go to Hornsey, you go anywhere in Harringay, the young people, they know and they love Berkeley. And it's the way that he carries himself, it's his aura that gives him that respect from young people. He's truly one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And on a personal note, I'd just like to say to you, Berkeley, that over the last 3 years, you've been not only a great manager, but a friend and a mentor and a true inspiration. However, saying that, the one thing I will never, ever forgive you for is for leaving me here alone to do a scene. In closing, I'd just like to say that I love him. He's the best, and we're all going to miss him, especially the young people. But he's still going to be doing the thing, linking up with different groups in Harringay, and we're definitely going to work together in the future. I'm going to be belling off the phone every week to get through to you. I'm going to be in the audience, but I'll pass on to Dora.
I really wasn't prepared to make a speech today, so I'm just going to speak from the heart. Berkeley has honestly changed my life more than any male outside of my family could possibly do so. He's a brilliant role model. He's gave me something to be passionate about. He showed my fooling in life. He showed me that there's more than just the roads and the street life and the street culture. And I believe that he influences people without even knowing. Like, if you just look at him now, he don't have no expression, can't tell that he's impossible to read. I've always thought I was good at reading people. I remember being in my first interview, Seaman was there, Nadine was there, and Berkeley was there. I could not tell. I knew Seaman was one of those, like, they were feeding back, like, through their body language. I could not tell what Berkeley thought of me at all. But yeah, he has been a true inspiration and a real role model, definitely. And I thank you for everything that you've done, Mr. Berkeley.
I'm not really singing, I can't sing to say about that. But next up, we couldn't really have a goodbye to Berkeley without having a lot of young people come up and say what they think about him. So right now we're going to pull down some young people. Donovan, say Kadisha. And sorry. Okay, you got it? And Susanna. Come on, Susanna. We're going to have Susanna first. Susanna, what do you want to say to Bert?
I'm going to miss you so much. We all do miss you so much. I wish you'd come back. You're the fucking boy ever.
You want to stay on me? Okay. All day?
Hello, I'm a bit nervous, but just want to say, I've known Berkeley for 2 years now. But within that time, he's been a big part of my life. Like, he's made a massive impact. I know we've had like a disagreement with me joining the Royal Marines, but I'm sure we've gotten over that now. I've decided to stay. Just want to say that him, Berkeley, and Pastor Nims, they put a big part in. They've made me understand more about what's going on around me. And I just want to say, Berkeley, you are Bruce Grove. It's been a pleasure working with you as a youth worker and as a volunteer.
I've known Berkeley since I was like knee high, so we're talking 11, 12. This is one man that I could never fool. I've tried all the tricks with him, and it never works. Through the times when I've been going through some bad times, it's always Berkeley that's been there as a voice of reasoning.
I don't even know how long I've known Berkeley. I've known him from the Bell when my mum used to work with the youth service, and then we came here. I remember when I first started coming here often, it was always me and Aisha getting on Berkeley's nerves, running behind Berkeley. Oh, Berkeley, can we do this? Can we do that? Because all the other staff members would say no. And I don't know, Berkeley he's one person that never got angry. He never panicked about anything. And it was like, if you needed to go to someone about anything at all, you would go to Berkeley because you know that Berkeley would definitely be there. And the fact that he's leaving is a bit of a shock because he's been there for a very, very long time. And yeah, he's probably the best youth worker. No offense to the rest of you. But he's probably the best youth worker here. And yeah, thank you.
Mr. Berks, where do I start? I met you when I was around 11 and I was in and out of the youth service. You kept trying to make me stay, but I kept going to do my own thing. Come back and started coming here properly when I was 15, and Berks made sure I stayed off the stupidness I was doing, which I have to thank you for, because as soon as I hit 16, started work apprenticeship, Berkeley helped me every step of the way. Made something of myself, and Berkeley just made sure I didn't go back into it. So Berkeley, I can't thank you enough. But the fact you're leaving, I think I'm gonna have to follow behind you, because Bruce Grove ain't gonna be what it was when you were here. So I'd like to say thanks.
Leave work and they're Berkeley's going to take a break. And Berkeley told us the other day that he was thinking about sun, sand, cocktails. And then we spoke to his wife, who talks about garden, kitchen, roof. So I don't think you're going to have a rest. But I hope she lets you come back to the community. One of your presents is gardening gloves though, because we are, you know. Okay, the next person I want to call up is Danny from Community Against Guns and Knives. It's a program and project close to Berkeley's heart, and Danny wants to say a few words about his working with Berkeley.
Yes, some people, thank you very much, but as you know, all respect is due to this man. Berkeley, what can I say? I've listened to everybody that's spoken before me, especially the young people. Mark made a testimony again, so I don't think I need to repeat how splendid, how great, how Berkeley, who works with his heart. This is the key to everything, you see? The heart, how we feel about ourselves, to how we can look in the mirror and then how we can feel about people. Because if we go through certain things in our lives, then I don't think much of us could stand it, let alone stand up as this man has. You know, and to go through what he has gone through, and then to have all these people say all these wonderful things about him, and not to can't even imagine what his mind is, how his mind is working. What can I say for someone of my age who is, well, getting on a bit now, because I can remember being at the Lynch House, which was before this wonderful centre was made. I can even remember speaking to Berkeley when I used to work just down the road at a centre called Break Free for young people, ex-offenders, you know, young people that just needed a helping hand. And we were looking to move young people on. And this centre wasn't finished at the time. And I came in and I met with Berkeley, like, this is quite a few years ago. And, you know, we had a big discussion, and I saw his passion, how he wanted this place to be a bit different, this, that, that's not that. And we looked at the plans. That's what this guy's about. And then, to form this organisation, as you heard about, the Community Against Gun and Knife Crime, and that's even before events that, you know, touched his family very hard. These things are there, but it's the compassion of the man, how he keeps his feet standing firmly on solid ground, not to be moved or shaken. This is a serious guy, and, you know, really is. Well, like I said already, to be coming in, to be, you know, a lot of you guys at Bruce Grove, see my face popping up all over in your offices everywhere. Yeah, this guy again, passion, allowed me to come in and to grow this organisation. Yeah, you know, this man again, he's like the head of the organisation. As for myself and Sharon and other team members, we're the head of this organisation that is going to keep it moving positively, to keep you young people having something positive for yourselves and your community. So no, Berkeley, you might be moving away from Bruce Grove because of our circumstances will come, but it's going to be local. He's got to have rest, he's got his wife, he's got his family, but because we know we all draw to this guy. There's a few of us in this world that, you know, we gravitate to, but he's a blessing. So we have to remember the things that he's taught us all. What has he taught me? What has he taught me? You know what he's taught me? He taught me to calm myself down. Now, you've heard about people talking about Berkeley's calm. Yes, to look at something, don't rush in there. Have a look on the outside, let's scan it, let's look at what's going on. Stand up firm, think. Young people, think before you act in everything. Yeah? I could say a lot more, I could be here all day because we present. You know, I've been working with Berkeley in schools and different areas. It's fantastic. It's lovely to work with someone. We don't even need a script. We just get on with the work. That's what Berkeley's all about. Bless him and thank you.
Thank you. Before I hand over together, in alphabetical order, can I thank Akin Akintola for running around the whole of North and East London to sort some stuff out. He doesn't know what it is yet, but when he opens it, he'll know. Andrew Channer for putting together all the technical stuff and the photos. Anthony Pollen for daring to go down that basement to find some old photographs of Berkeley. And we have found some, don't worry about it. We've got some. David for the music. Ebshin and her mother for sorting out a handmade present. Mark for being able to put up with me. Highway Caff for the food. Paulette Henry for all of our help, support, making sure people are here and helping get the food. I'm making sure you've got a hit list here, and that's why I'm doing this, yeah? Sally, who got Berkeley out of here under false pretences so we could set this thing up. I really do believe she should be the first person on your list, yeah? The young people of Bruce Grove who have rather than spend it outside in the sunshine, and they had half-day school today, came in here, helped set it up. Zeffie for also putting the music together. It wouldn't have been done without all of these people, but more importantly, all of these people would not have done it unless they found this person special. I'm really, really upset that you're going. I know everyone is aware of the circumstances in terms of government. I don't want anyone to leave here believing that this is going to be a detriment to Berkeley. Berkeley, the shackles of local government have been removed from you. You can go out in the community and do what you wanted to do all the time, and you can make the differences that you wanted to without having to worry about all of the rules and regulations. Go out there. If people were impressed with what you've done so far, they're going to be very, very, very pleasantly impressed with what you're going to be able to do now that you've got your freedom. On that note, I'd like to hand over to Sally, who's going to close the speeches today.
That was a real meeting, Berkeley, this afternoon, I promise. That was a real meeting. Berkeley, B, as we all know him. Uncle B, as the young people know him. Barclay, who some people who don't know how to say his name call him. The man with the hats, that's people who don't know him at all but know what he looks like. And the best one to date, I read on the Youth Space, which is the Godfather of N17. I think I came first to Bruce Grove. It wasn't sparkly like this at all. It was a rat hole, I have to tell you. I was introduced, my community group, was introduced to the centre by Peter Isaac, and he talked Berkeley into having us for free here. He gave us the dungeon, which we shared with rats, spiders and frogs. They're still there. The next generation, I think. And for about 10 years in Bruce Grove, no money was ever spent on any improvements to Bruce Grove, which is why Berkeley is a womble, collects everything anybody will give him, recycles it into something else, and makes sure that young people have stuff to work with. I think I've known Berkeley for about 20 years, but probably the first 5 years I never spoke to him because I was too scared of him. Because he was looking just like that most of the time. And I wasn't supposed to be here either. What I have found out over the years, the Carnival Band works nights, weekends, all sorts of hours, and so does Berkeley. I don't know anybody else in the youth service who would come back at midnight to lock the doors that hadn't been locked, to unlock the doors when someone was locked in, to go to the police station with somebody who refused to go home and stay with them until something was resolved. I've worked out in 10 years, if we're working on 10 years, the youth service owed Berkeley 300 days leave, because for 10 years he didn't take any leave. And in fact, I don't know what the date was, but probably about 15 years ago, Berkeley went to New York. Was it New York? Anyway, for the 2 weeks, the whole 2 weeks, people were coming and saying, "Where's Berkeley?" And we said, "He's on holiday." What? Berkeley doesn't go on holiday. Berkeley never takes any time off. So, if anybody from the youth service here who's got any influence with the borough, they owe him 300 days leave, okay? I think I'm the only person, well, Berkeley's the only person I know who uses the expression second chance. Second chance is what most people here will have got from Berkeley, third, fourth, fifth chance maybe more than that, because he don't give up on people. And interestingly, I'm the only person who's not sad that Berkeley's leaving, because you deserve a break, but you're not going to get one. Because the youth service's loss is the community's gain, and the rest of the world. I'd like you to make a speech.
I'm going to say thank you. I'm really surprised. I'm just blown away. When I came in here, I couldn't expect this crowd, and all these people here, all the people that we work with, I've worked with, the teams work with. I mean, I said, don't do anything. But nobody listens to me. But no, this is something else. I mean, this is a farewell, shock and surprise. The older people, this is how the community people make it. Everybody does it, it's just me. I mean, I can do anything without the rest of you. Without it, I mean, start teaming young people. I mean, this is just, to me, I always go back to this about love. And I think most of the success, okay, and you consider it's good, is that that's always been the first thing. I think it is work with young people. And some of the suspects that I know and you know that's here, I always say, no, first of all, that listen, we're only doing this because we love you, you know. And once that's clear, once they've got that, the rest usually is easy. Because there's no fighting, we're not arguing, we're here for one reason. And I always get over to the guys and girls there, we're doing this work here because we love you. Bang straight on. So in this room here, all I can see is pure love, yes? And everybody I see is people who do things with its contribution. I'm saying, peace and love, thank you all. I mean,
young people who come from the centre who are going to do the music and entertainment. We've got loads of food and just mingle. Berkeley, there is an album there with some very embarrassing photographs that we've all had a laugh at, that you might want to look at. And thank you very much for all coming, and it's been hard work putting all this together, but it's been worth it just to see that look on his face when he walks in. Thank you very much again.